Hello everybody, welcome to my channel. My name is Jetta aka Jetta. I hope you're all doing great. So today I want to talk about the popular baby products that I do own and love. In one of my previous videos, I talked about the 7 popular baby products that I do not own nor buy as a somewhat minimalist mom. So today I thought I would tell you about the things that I actually do own. If you're new here, thank you for stopping by. I am a mom of 3 kids. I talk a lot about simple, natural, and low waste living. As we go along in this video, comment down below if you're also a mom and if there are any popular baby products that you love or hate and can relate to any of the things that I'm about to say in this video. So the first item on the list of things that I do own is nursing pads, and actually these are washable nursing pads. When I first gave birth, I was not on a conscious low waste journey, but I was trying to substitute disposables for reusables wherever I could. And so I chose to cloth diaper, and in that same line of thought, I bought washable nursing pads. With my daughter then, I only bought 6 washable nursing pads, but when I had my son, who's now almost a year and a half old, I decided to get another set of 6 nursing pads because I found out that initially the first 6 were just not enough. So this is the first set of 6 that I bought. So right now they are almost 6 years old, so they have held up really well through 2 rounds of breastfeeding. This is how they look like. I do not really remember it, but I think this is organic cotton, and I love that they're so large, so they do a really good job of covering the whole nipple area. No leaks, even using them intensively the second time around. I also do not really remember the brand which they're from. I will try and go back to my order history. I did order them online. I just don't remember whether it was Amazon or it was another site. I'll try and go back, and if I find it, I'll put it up on the screen. So the second set of 6 pads that I got was from Philips Avent. They're also made of cotton, but they've got this lace covering on the surface. After using it for a bit, I am frankly not a big fan of the lace, because after you've worn the pad for a couple of hours and you do experience the letdown whilst breastfeeding, which the nursing pad catches, the lace does tend to stick to your nip a little bit, so when you're taking it off it was slightly uncomfortable, which is why I prefer this nursing pad with no lace covering over this pad. And also this is a lot smaller than this one. The other thing is that because the Philips Avent one do not have this synthetic covering on the back, I did have to be careful to change these more frequently, especially when I experience a bit more stronger letdown during breastfeeding, because then it would go through the material and it may wet the top that I was wearing. In terms of usage, I would go through maybe 2 sets of nursing pads. I would use 4 in a day. And because I was cloth diapering and with all the other laundry that comes with having a newborn baby, that lasted me quite well because we're doing laundry almost every other day. So they would just go straight into the laundry with all the other kids' clothes. So that's the nursing pads. So for a couple of these next items I'm about to show you, they're in boxes or in storage because I'm no longer using them because baby boy is older now. So I took them out just so I could show them to you. Alright, so let's take a look at the first one, which is an electric sterilizer. So I have the Philips Avent electric bottle sterilizer. I was gifted the sterilizer in a surprise mini baby shower, which was really sweet, organized by my friends. The interesting thing about the sterilizer is actually that when I was, buying all my baby essentials, this was not on the list of my baby essentials, even though I was planning on breastfeeding and due to work was planning to eventually pump and use bottles. But I was planning on sterilizing the bottles the traditional way. So basically sterilizing the bottles in a boiling pot of water. But I do have to admit that this was incredibly useful. I got so much use out of this sterilizer because for 3 months I was pumping, and this came in such handy to quickly sterilize the bottles with no stress. With my son though, I did not use the sterilizer so much because I took a longer maternity leave, and because of COVID we were still working from home, so I was breastfeeding on demand. I didn't need to pump, but once he started purees, this was still useful to sterilize the containers in which I was storing his purees. I think I stopped using the sterilizer though when he was about 7 months old, and I didn't feel the need to constantly sterilize his utensils. So since then, it's been back in the box and in storage, and I only took it out to show you guys. So I have watched a number of baby product videos. I really love watching those kinds of videos. I have noticed that one of the things that people often get but then eventually hate are bathtubs. And I find that surprising because for me it is the complete opposite. I actually love it. We got a lot of use out of it, but I think I'm getting ahead of myself because I actually want to show you because there is something that is pretty cool about this bathtub. So this is the cool thing about this bathtub, and that is that it is foldable. It is so cool. As soon as I saw it somewhere, I was like, okay, I need to get this foldable bathtub. I don't like bulky things, but I did need a bathtub, and so this was perfect because when you're done with it, you can store it in behind some other gadget or a piece of furniture. Basically, just press this, release one leg, and then do the same on the other side. Release the other leg, set it down like this, and then there, push it down. It is made of silicone and plastic, and the silicone is why it's flexible and it's able to bend. So you see, it's pretty big, and baby boy used it for quite a while. I think we used it until he was about 8 months, 9 months, and he fit into it well. He loved playing in the water. It was great because as I was cloth diapering, I would rinse out his cloth diapers before they would go in the wash. So this was useful for collecting his bath water that I would then use to pre-rinse the cloth diapers, so I wouldn't have to use extra fresh water to pre-rinse his diapers. When I was done, you just fold it back up, you know, just press it. This, press the button, down, press the button, and down, and that's it. Okay, so the next item on the list, the next popular baby item that I do own is a pack and play. We're initially unsure as to the kind of bed to get him, and we're wondering whether to get a cot or to get a convertible baby bed that would grow with him as he grew. But eventually we decided to go ahead with the pack and play, and that's because it is mobile. It is easy to just pack it up and go, and that was perfect for my needs because I do not live in just one place. I live in 2 different places, so that was the added advantage of being able to pack up the bed and take it along with me. So the next baby item that I do own but I'm currently not using anymore is a rocker. So the rocker was another one of those baby items that I did not buy initially before I gave birth. As I mentioned in my other video, I like to adopt a wait and see attitude when it comes to buying baby gear, because if I can do well without it for a while, I likely will not need to buy it. But then with other things, I may realize that I do need them after all. That was the case with the rocker. I started working again when he was almost 4 months old, and I was working from home, so he was with me whilst I was working. Now, once he started crawling at around 6 months, I needed to be able to keep him in place, secure and safe, whilst I attended to, like, you know, thought intensive tasks like on my computer, and I wasn't able to look at him constantly to ensure that he wasn't getting into any kind of trouble. And that's when the rocker really came into place, and it was really the perfect gear for me for what I needed at that time. I didn't use it for long. I think we only used it until he started walking. I'm still keeping it. I'm actually keeping all of this gear still because we're likely to need them again for next baby. So the final item that I want to show you is the Philips Avent breast milk containers. These I've also had for about 6 years, and they were very useful in storing the breast milk that I was pumping for my daughter at that time. And they also came really in handy when she started eating purees, because I would make the purees myself and keep them in the fridge in these containers or freeze them in these containers. It came in a box of 10 containers. I think I still have about 7 of these remaining. The other 3 are broken. Once you're done with the breastfeeding and the puree stage, they also make great for keeping, you know, baby size snacks in them for when you're on the go. So I've had a lot of use out of these containers, and they still have a ways to go. This is definitely one of my favorites. That is it. That is my short list of popular baby items that I do actually own and I do love as a somewhat minimalist mom. If you like this video, please make sure to hit the like button so YouTube can show it to more people. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you in the next one. Until then, take care. Bye bye.